How's it going, everybody? I know it's been a long time since I've done a video on this game, but I'm finally back for now. Hoping to complete it probably before June, if possible. Still kind of figuring out how I want to have the layout be. This is all post-commentated for this video. I don't know why the bottom of the screen was cut off. I think it may be... Actually, I don't know, because I don't remember it being cut off when I was doing the OBS recording of this. But for some reason, it's cut off, so I'll have to take a little peek at that and see what the issue is, or just switch to another layout. But as you can tell, this is no longer on the 3DS console. It's on the emulator I'm putting on, which is, it's called Citra, one of the two. I didn't really mess with the settings before this video. I could probably up the quality a little bit, but it's already a step up from the 3DS version, so I'm very happy with that. But other than that, I'll try and see if I can get Cody in for some videos again, because those are fun, and I feel he makes the videos maybe slightly more entertaining with his Codiness. But today, I don't know if I said this or not, we're doing the Swamp Skulltulas house, which isn't too difficult in my opinion. There's some prerequisites or some things that'll help you out a little bit. You can wait until you get the Zora mask, and maybe no, I think you need the Zora mask to get some of the Skulltulas, but there is another way you can get it, as you can tell, super early in the game. Not super early, just where we're at now. In my opinion, 2 bottles would be awesome, but you can do it with 1, and you're gonna need 2 magic beans, I believe. If I'm wrong, I will put something up in the video, but if you don't see anything, then that means you only need 2 magic beans. But the reason that the hiatus for this happened was also for some of the Welcome Luxury stuff. The capture card, or not the capture card, the capture software that I was using for the 3DS, it just no longer worked after a certain update, and I was never able to get it working again. So I used my 3DS copy, put that on my computer, and put it in the emulator, and now I'm playing it like this, using the checkpoint save, and it's basically where I left off. I'm gonna have to figure some things out, like what I'll collected and whatnot, because it has been a while. I don't have any notes of anything, which is why I'm just doing the Skulltulas house today. Next video will probably be a bit more entertaining quest-wise, but for now, it's just going to be the Skulltulas house. And if you're not doing 100% playthrough, you can skip this video if you want to keep watching the other ones. I don't know when I'm gonna get to, was it Snowfall? I think it's called Snowfall. Snow Peak? I don't know, it's been a hot minute since I've played this, but I'll try and link that somewhere to the next main quest video. But the reward for getting the Swamp House Skulltulas, skip ahead like 15 seconds if you don't want to hear, is the Mask of Truth, which isn't super useful, but you can get some heart pieces with it. So that's pretty cool. There might have been a better way to get the Swamp House, but I just went this way because it was the only way that I knew how. And as you can tell, I was really struggling to hop across these lily pads. I think that's what they're called. We don't really have these around here, but they're kind of a pain to jump across over and over. At least for me, because I gotta get used to these controls, because it is a bit different from the 3DS. I'm actually using a PlayStation 4 controller, which it's a little bit smoother in some aspects, but in other aspects, not so much. I don't think there's anything really important that's going to be displayed at the bottom of the screens, so shouldn't need to worry about that. If you don't get the bugs here, that's fine. There's some bugs in the Skulltulas house, but you will need 2 magic beans if you're going to do this now, or if you're a pro at, what is it, bomb jumping. It's a little glitch you can do, and there was a patch I put on this game I want to say it makes it closer to the Nintendo 64 version. I believe you'll notice, or maybe you did notice when I played the Song of Soaring, it just kind of skips ahead now. You don't have to keep listening to it every time you play it, which is cool. As well as a few other differences, like I believe some of the eyeballs are removed from the bosses, and I'll try and mention that if I think of it when I get to the bosses. Just because there wasn't really too much of a use for them, and I think it might make some of them easier, or less tedious, I should say. They're all kind of, I guess, simple. Well, maybe not so much. What is it, Twin Mold? That one's kind of a pain, but that one is fixed now with this patch. You only have to do... Actually, the cycles don't reset, so every time it goes underground, you just keep damaging it as soon as it comes from the sand. As well as a few other differences. I'll try and link that in the description below. I don't know what it's called off the top of my head. But here we are, the Swamp House. Talk to this little spider dude, and he'll tell you what's going on. And you'll always be able to tell there's a spider in the room because you can always hear that little crawling noise. And as soon as all the crawling noises stop, then you'll be good. I'll try and leave timestamps for each spider because I've been trying to do that a bit more. I actually went through this house one time before, but the recording had some issues. By recording having some issues, I mean I forgot to buy an extra pair of magic beans, and I didn't feel like just like adding the missing Skulltulas to this part, the previous part that I would get in this playthrough. I don't know, but I'm just doing it all over again to make it a bit more simple for me. There's one Skulltula in this wall, and then I believe there's one more upstairs. I filmed this video about 2 or 3 days ago, I think. I don't really remember everything off the top of my head, where everything is. But I do wonder why they removed, like... I know they have the masks, but I wonder why there wasn't any Skulltula sort of obtaining thing. Like... 100 Skulltulas again. I mean, I don't really know what replaced them. I guess masks, but I don't know. I'm kind of grateful for one thing because I'm not a big fan of collecting multiple of the same enemies. Like the Korok seeds are the most stupid thing in the world. There's no doubt. There's way too many of those suckers. 100% completion. It's just so tedious in Breath of the Wild. It was a little bit better in Tears of the Kingdom, but it is just ridiculously annoying that you have to collect so many Korok seeds, especially with me because I have some OCD, and it just irritates the crap out of me that they put so many in the game, but I don't have the motivation to collect that many Korok seeds. I'll do the other stuff, but Korok seeds are just way too ridiculous, especially with the map layout, how that is, so... I don't know, but I don't mind collecting the Skulltulas at this house. That was one of the uses for the magic beans. You might be able to jump from the pillar in the middle to get to the side of the wall. I was never able to do it successfully in my previous run where I didn't have the extra pair of magic beans. So I don't think you can actually jump from the wall, but if you can, someone let me know. Because I'd be very curious to see how that works. Because normally whenever I would try going towards the wall, Link would just grab the ledge like that. So I was never really able to do it. Okay, this is one of the things you could use the Zora Boomerang for. That Skulltula on the wall to the left. But there's another way. By using the Deku Flower. There's more than 3 left in this room. There's one on that wall. There's one on the soil on the other side of the room. Maybe there's one on one of the sides of pillars. We'll see in a second. But I would save that guy on the wall for last, just because you're going to fall down, and you don't really want to have to climb back up again if you don't need to. then put the bugs out like that, and then pour them out of a bottle. So this is the only use. This and the other soil are the only uses, excuse me, for the bugs. Once you got that taken care of, you no longer need bugs. But I will still show the location of the bugs in the, I don't know, what is this called? Like a dungeon? It's a sort of mini dungeon or house. It doesn't even look like a house. I'm gonna say it's a dungeon. I was really shocked when that happened because I didn't think you could get rupees from that. And I'm curious if there's any other places in the game where you can do that. Perhaps there is, perhaps not. I don't really know. As you can tell, there's a Skulltulas sound, and I had no idea where this was coming from at first. I believe it is actually... Oh, I know I was wrong. I think you need bugs one more time, because there's... For the 2 souls in here, on the bottom floor, there's a Skulltula. Also, the one upstairs. So technically, 3 bugs, so that was my mistake. And I also missed that somehow. But it's actually in that soil right there. And the reason I recommended 2 bottles, just to make it a little bit less tedious, having to go back and forth, because if you only had 1 bottle, then you could bring in a bug, you could take care of one of the ones on the sides, but then you'd have to go back to the main, or the back room, the dungeon, grab some bugs, come back, grab some more bugs, come back, and then you'd be able to get all of them. By having 2 bottles just makes it slightly easier. One less step. And I don't really know if I knew that bubble did splash damage. I'm kind of curious about what the radius is, and whether or not a direct hit does more damage than splash damage. I don't really know. Just play it safe, grab it, it's open. Or spirit in this game. Were they spirits in the other game? Ocarina of Time? I don't really know. Over here, I think it's the Something of Awakening that you want to play. Sonata? Is that what it's called? But like I said, I'll try and figure out something with the layout. I think it's just OBS was cutting off part of the screen for this video. Should be able to get it taken care of next time I record, because this is currently all I've recorded for Majora's Mask. And I think this will be going up tomorrow, Friday, the 12th, I believe. Then I want to get another Kingdom Hearts video up. I know I'm kind of all over the place for this video, just trying to get back into it. Hopefully it'll be a bit more grounded next video. I'm trying to think what would even be next, like side quest wise. I think I can do the shooting galleries. I don't know how much else I could really do before Snowfall. I can't remember what it's called, but the next main quest area. I don't think there's too much left to do, so I might even get up there next video. We'll see. Like I said, I gotta get everything back together, figure out what heart pieces I've all grabbed. I think I have the quiver for 40 arrows, if I'm not mistaken. I believe I remember seeing that. So I must have hit one of those. I want to say it was the Swamp Gallery that I got. But I don't know if you have to go there every single day or not. I want to say the only thing you have to go a daily for is the little Deku minigame and the Honey and Darlings minigame. I don't think you need to go every day for the Swamp Gallery, if I'm not mistaken. I really hope you don't have to, because that game's kind of a pain in the butt. But we'll just see. I'll get through it one way or another. But, we're actually almost done with the Swamp House, in case you're wondering. It's not too long. I think this only ended up being around, what do we have right now? 16 minutes, so probably only maybe 17 minutes or so. Swamp House, maybe. So it's not too bad. I think there's two Skulltula houses in this game. There's the swamp one, and then there's the Great Bay one. I think there's only two, if I'm not mistaken. If I am mistaken, someone feel free to correct me. But I want to say there's only two. But pretty much the only resources that aren't available here are the magic beans. You can get water from the main room, and you can get bugs from the back room. I don't think there's any beans in here. I don't remember seeing any on any walkthroughs, unless there's some hidden somewhere. But buying the beans from the guy in that little cave area will be the cheaper option. Unless you really want to spend 100 rupees from the town shop to get some magic beans, just go to the guy in the cave. I do reset time at the end of this video. You might not need to, depending on what happens next video. If you want to play it safe, you can go ahead and rewind time. But I believe next video is probably just going to be some side quests. Or side objectives, I guess. I don't really know if a shooting gallery would be a side quest. And then I think this room will get us up to 29 gold Skulltulas. Kind of got to be a little careful that you don't damage yourself like I just did. Then there's one more in one of these beehives, I believe. Not that one. Those are some big bees. That's something. There it is. And then our last one is going to be in the main room on the second floor. So just head on over there. And then if you had 3 bottles, you could have gotten it already. But if you're like me and forget things... Wait, did I say second floor? I'm on first floor. This will be the last Skulltula. And that marks 30, so now we can get our reward. So I'm assuming Skull Kid might have cursed this guy, but I'm curious if... Well, if it wasn't Skull Kid, then even at the end of the cycle, like when we break the cycle, I don't think he'd be... If it wasn't Skull Kid, he shouldn't be fixed then, right? I don't know. I'm not sure where this curse came from on this guy. I think it's Skull Kid. I think that's what's implied. But now you can understand animals, and Gossip Stones will actually talk to you. You can learn a little trick, or they have some interesting details to say. Only thing left to do in this video is to put the rupees in the bank, which is what I'm going to do real quick. And like I said, you can end the cycle, like rewind time with the song of time, or you just want to wait until the next video and see what I do. Go for it, but I would just rewind time just to be safe. But I do hope to get back to this more regularly. I would like to thank you guys all for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your night. Thank you.